too.
Well, that was what I was gonna say. In your opinion, you don't believe things should be 50-50?
Absolutely not.
What?
Okay, and can you elaborate why?
Men and women are not the same.
We're
not equal.
They are not.
We're not.
We're not. We're not supposed to be.
So,
but if we could be,
so
that
we don't
want to
be masculine.
I don't want to be like I don't want to be the same as a man.
No.
I always say on the show like women and men have different roles to play.
Yeah,
and that's been very confused recently with all these people going to college and doing all this stuff. I see it a lot in school. I don't want to be masculine.
So
too late for that. But okay.
Damn.
Wow.
Hey.
Misogyny.
Wow.
What does that mean? Elaborate on that. What do you mean? Because you have to be independent to a certain extent.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you can be independent, nothing wrong with that, but being independent directly contradicts being a wife.
I totally agree with you, and that has been the most.
But you just contradicted yourself.
And I totally get that, and I agree with you because I am learning how to uncontradict that because that I didn't realize that when I was in school.
Just making sense to you now.
Like it's finally coming to light.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize that when I was walking away.
Okay.
And I understand what you're saying, and I see that, and that's not, and I agree with your mindset, not mine, which is the problem. I agree that women are supposed to be below the men, not because
below.
As far as power goes, like you want to be submissive to the person that you're with, not because you're trying to say I need his help, but because you're trying to be a pair.
Men are supposed to be providers. I feel like if a woman doesn't allow the man to be a man, he's just gonna find somebody else that's more like feminine.
And that has been my contradiction. So yes, I agree with you 100%.
So I want to say something too because I want you guys to pay attention here. I don't know if you guys just noticed what happened, but let me slow it down for you. All right, just rewind that. So earlier in the show, I said that a lot of women aren't checked by reality, right, of their poor decisions, etc. Right, or the way they behave, that it's accountability, not attractive. So you're educated, 2 bachelor's degrees, 2 master's degrees.
Doesn't mean much. That doesn't mean much for the streets.
Let me just finish, please. So very successful on paper, educated, etc. Career, all that. So it's not now until you said you're 29, 28. It's not now until later on in life that she's finally realizing, okay, shit. I'm successful, I'm independent, but if I want a guy, I need to change. Now, who do I blame for this? Do I blame her? No.
Myself.
No, I'm not going to blame you. I'm actually going to blame society. Because what does society tell women? Hey, be strong, be independent, get a career. You don't need no man, etc. Exactly. And what we do is we set women up to fail. We tell them you don't need a guy and you can do everything a man can do. Yeah, for sure. You can do everything a man can do. But that does not necessarily mean you're as capable as a man. For example, if I put 20,000 women in the military versus 20,000 men, women could shoot M4s as well and fight. But guess what? You don't do it to the same level as a man. Can a woman be independent and strong? Absolutely. But does not necessarily mean she's going to be comfortable doing that, or it's not her natural role. I could cook and clean too, but it's not what I'm best at.
And it's not attractive.
So, and it goes against being attractive. So the thing is this, we don't tell women that there's certain characteristics and behaviors that make you less attractive. We tell women they should be accepted no matter how they behave, and that's a fucking lie. Because we tell guys you should not be accepted if you're broke, a bum, a loser, fat, etc. We have all these things in place to let men know they're inadequate, but we don't have these things in place to let women know they're inadequate. Maybe there's podcasts, etc. And a lot of girls learn from coming on here.
I hope so.
But I think it's scary that we live in a world where we have a very educated woman here that is now figuring this out later on in life. Hey, damn, maybe I need to not be so goddamn masculine if I want to find a guy.
And
it sucks. Wall. Yeah, and hit a brick wall, and then I find out later on in life. So it's
shaking my ass a long time ago.
Can you just let me finish, please? That's the masculine attitude I was telling you about. So anyway, so that's kind of the issue here, is that we don't give this information to young women because it's considered toxic, misogynistic, sexist, etc. Hey, I got a newsflash for y'all. Reality is sexist. Okay, there's a reason why there's an NBA and a WNBA. There's a reason why we have different standards in the military than women do. Women cannot compete with men in many arenas, and we have conventions to allow that. Why do we not tell women the truth about how men and women are different when it comes to relationships? Why we don't? We just don't. It gets censored if you say that shit. So, and I don't mean to use you as an example, but
I would like
on
you to.
paper, you're a fantastic candidate for a relationship. But unfortunately, no one told you like what men are actually attracted to, what men want. we tell them women lies. Oh, your career and your degree, etc. So
it doesn't matter.
So yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
Thank
not
you.
To use you as a
no, I would like
pig,
you
but,
to, because
yeah.
it really, really, really made a difference in my life.
I have a question.
Your question? Go ahead.
So who's the onus on to let women know these things? Like how are you?
A dad.
Okay. All right.
Not social media. And social
Okay.
media is
Or
really
uncle or brother, someone.
So
that's in the
just a
family?
male figure to kind of give you the male input on what it is that you feel.
But social media
you're
is really
missing.
tainting things for us a lot, because it's telling us to be this woman and to be this independent woman and fuck bitches, get money. Like, but at the same token, like, you're sending off the right people and you're focusing on your career. And the next thing you know, you don't care about anybody because you're so focused on yourself.
Yeah, but then you
So
say single. So then say single.
Exactly. So I don't want people to be like that.
If a woman has like a certain career, then she needs to find a man that's higher than her.
Exactly what she's saying. Exactly. So that you don't end up like in a career